caught my wife cheating at her summer writing workshop, so I hired a PI, got evidence, and as I scrolled through the footage from the private investigator, my heart sank. There she was, my wife, in the arms of another man, laughing and sharing intimate moments at her supposed writing workshop. It started innocently enough, or so I thought. My wife, Emily, had been thrilled when she got accepted into a prestigious summer writing workshop. She was always passionate about her craft, and I was proud of her dedication. Little did I know, this workshop would unravel our entire life together. At first, I was supportive, encouraging her to pursue her dreams. But as the days passed, something felt off. Emily grew distant, always buried in her laptop, claiming she was working on her novel. But her excuses became flimsier with each passing day. One evening, curiosity gnawed at me like a relentless predator. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. That's when I made the fateful decision to hire a private investigator. The footage I received shattered my world. There, amidst the picturesque backdrop of the workshop, was Emily entwined with another man. They seemed oblivious to the pain they were inflicting upon me. How could she betray our vows so callously? Anger bubbled within me, but beneath it all, there was a profound sense of heartbreak. The woman I loved, the woman I vowed to spend my life with, was sharing her affections with someone else. Confrontation seemed inevitable, yet terrifying. How could I face her knowing what I now knew? But I couldn't live a lie any longer. I needed answers, closure, even if it meant tearing apart the life we had built together. With a heavy heart and a mind clouded by emotions, I confronted Emily. The look of guilt that flickered across her face confirmed my worst fears. There were no excuses, no apologies that could erase the pain she had inflicted. In the aftermath of our confrontation, our once blissful home became a battleground of emotions. Tears were shed, words were hurled like daggers, and the foundation of our marriage crumbled beneath the weight of betrayal. In the end, I was left with a choice: to salvage what remained of our shattered relationship or to walk away, leaving behind the memories of a love that once burned bright but was extinguished by the flames of infidelity. As I sit alone in our empty home, the echoes of our love linger like ghosts in the shadows. And though the pain may dull with time, the scars of betrayal will forever serve as a reminder of a love lost amidst the pages of a summer writing workshop. In the days that followed, the once familiar routines of our life together felt foreign and empty. Every corner of our home echoed with the absence of her presence, a constant reminder of the void she left behind. Despite the agony that consumed me, a part of me clung to the fragments of hope, hoping against hope that perhaps, just perhaps, we could find a way to mend what was broken. But deep down, I knew that trust, once shattered, could never be fully restored. Yet, amidst the chaos of my emotions, there was a flicker of determination, a resolve to emerge from this ordeal stronger, wiser, and ready to embrace whatever the future held. With each passing day, I found solace in the company of friends and family who stood by my side, offering their unwavering support and encouragement. Their presence was a beacon of light in the darkness, guiding me through the storm. But even as I tried to move forward, the memories of her betrayal haunted me like a relentless specter. Images of her with another man replayed in my mind like a cruel tapestry of pain, threatening to consume me whole. In moments of weakness, I found myself grappling with questions that had no easy answers. How could I have been so blind to her deception? What had I done to deserve such betrayal? But dwelling on the past offered no solace, only a never-ending cycle of anguish and regret. If I was to find peace, I knew I had to let go of the past and forge a new path forward, one devoid of the shadows of her betrayal. As the weeks turned into months, I slowly began to rebuild my life piece by piece. I immersed myself in my work, throwing myself into projects that offered a welcome distraction from the pain that still lingered. And though the scars of her betrayal may never fully fade, I refuse to let them define me. For I am more than the sum of my past mistakes, more resilient than the heartache that threatens to consume me. In the end, perhaps the greatest lesson I learned from this ordeal is that true strength lies not in the absence of pain, but in the courage to rise from its ashes and rebuild a life filled with hope, love, and possibility. As I navigated the tumultuous waters of healing, I found solace in unexpected places. The gentle embrace of nature became my sanctuary, offering a sense of peace that eluded me in the confines of my own home. I would often wander aimlessly through the lush greenery of the nearby park, letting the soothing sounds of birdsong and rustling leaves wash over me like a healing balm. In those moments of stillness, I found a semblance of clarity amidst the chaos of my emotions. It was during one of these solitary excursions that I stumbled upon an old oak tree, its gnarled branches reaching skyward as if in defiance of the storms that had weathered it over the years. Inspired by its resilience, I found myself drawn to its sturdy trunk, seeking refuge beneath its protective canopy. With my back pressed against the rough bark, I closed my eyes and allowed myself to simply be, letting go of the weight of my burdens and surrendering to the tranquility of the moment. And in that fleeting instant, I felt a glimmer of hope flicker within me, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always light to be found. As the days stretched into weeks, I began to emerge from the cocoon of grief that had enveloped me, tentatively embracing the promise of a new beginning. With each step forward, I found strength in the knowledge that I was not alone, that there were others who had walked this path before me and emerged on the other side, battered but unbowed. And though the road ahead may be fraught with uncertainty, I am no longer afraid to walk it. For I know that with each passing day, I grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable of weathering whatever storms may come my way. So I stand tall, my roots firmly planted in the soil of my own resilience, ready to face whatever challenges the future may hold. And though the scars of her betrayal may never fully fade, I carry them not as burdens, but as badges of honor, a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of love to endure, even in the face of adversity. In the quiet moments of reflection, I realized that forgiveness wasn't about absolving her of her wrongdoing, but rather freeing myself from the chains of resentment and bitterness that threatened to consume me. It was a journey fraught with uncertainty and pain, but one that ultimately led me to a place of peace and acceptance. With each passing day, I found myself letting go of the anger and hurt that had once consumed me, replacing them with a newfound sense of compassion and understanding. I began to see Emily not as the person who had betrayed me, but as a flawed and imperfect human being, just like myself, struggling to find her place in the world. And though our paths may have diverged, I no longer wished her ill. Instead, I hoped that she would find the happiness and fulfillment she had been searching for, even if it meant finding it in the arms of another. As I look back on the tumultuous journey that brought me to this moment, I am filled with a profound sense of gratitude for the lessons learned, the strength gained, and the resilience of the human spirit that carried me through the darkest of times. And though the scars of her betrayal may never fully fade, I wear them not as badges of shame, but as symbols of my own resilience and capacity for growth. For I am no longer defined by the pain of the past, but by the strength and courage it took to rise above it. In the end, I am grateful for the experiences that shaped me, for they have made me who I am today, a survivor, a warrior, and above all, a believer in the power of love to heal even the deepest of wounds. And as I step into the unknown of the future, I do so with a heart full of hope and a spirit unbroken, ready to embrace whatever challenges may come my way. As I embarked on this new chapter of my life, I found myself embracing opportunities that once seemed out of reach. I poured myself into my passions with a newfound fervor, channeling the pain of the past into fuel for my creative endeavors. Through the catharsis of writing, I discovered a sense of liberation, as if each word penned onto the page was a step towards reclaiming my voice and my identity. No longer shackled by the chains of heartbreak, I found myself exploring new avenues of expression, delving into themes of resilience, redemption, and the indomitable human spirit. And as I shared my journey with others through my YouTube channel, I was overwhelmed by the outpouring of support and solidarity from viewers who had walked similar paths. Their stories became a source of inspiration and strength, reminding me that I was not alone in my struggles, and that there is power in community and connection. In the midst of rebuilding my life, I discovered unexpected joys and silver linings that emerged from the wreckage of my past. I rekindled old friendships, forged new bonds, and rediscovered a sense of purpose that had long eluded me. But perhaps the greatest gift of all was the discovery of self-love, a journey fraught with obstacles and setbacks, but one that ultimately led me back to myself. I learned to embrace my flaws and imperfections, recognizing that they are what make me uniquely human. As I stand on the precipice of a new dawn, I am filled with a sense of gratitude for the lessons learned and the growth that has emerged from the ashes of my past. And though the road ahead may be uncertain, I walk it with a heart full of hope and a spirit unbroken, knowing that whatever challenges may come my way, I am stronger, wiser, and more resilient than I ever thought possible. With each passing day, I found myself stepping further away from the shadows of my past and into the light of a future filled with infinite possibilities. I embraced new adventures with an open heart and a renewed sense of optimism, allowing myself to be guided by the whispers of intuition and the gentle nudges of fate. And as I navigated the twists and turns of this new chapter, I found myself encountering unexpected moments of beauty and grace. From the laughter of children playing in the park to the warmth of a stranger's smile, I was reminded that even in the darkest of times, there is always light to be found. I immersed myself in the simple joys of everyday life, savoring each moment with a sense of gratitude and wonder. Whether it was sipping coffee on a lazy Sunday morning, or watching the sunset paint the sky with hues of orange and gold, I found solace in the beauty of the present moment. But amidst the newfound joy, there were moments of doubt and uncertainty, fleeting whispers of the past that threatened to pull me back into the abyss of despair. Yet with each passing day, I found myself growing stronger, more resilient, and more determined to embrace the future with open arms. And so, as I continue on this journey of self-discovery and healing, I do so with a heart full of hope and a spirit unbroken. For I have learned that even in the darkest of times, there is always light to be found, and that with courage, resilience, and a little bit of faith, anything is possible. As I continue to forge ahead, I am reminded of the profound resilience of the human spirit. Each step I take is a testament to my unwavering determination to not only survive, but thrive in the face of adversity. I find myself seeking out new experiences, eager to explore the world and all it has to offer. Whether it's embarking on solo adventures to far-flung destinations, or simply immersing myself in the beauty of nature, I am determined to live life to the fullest. But amidst the excitement of new beginnings, there are moments of reflection and introspection. I find myself grappling with the lingering scars of my past, confronting the pain and trauma that once threatened to consume me. Yet in facing these demons head-on, I discover a newfound sense of strength and resilience. I am no longer defined by the wounds of my past, but rather empowered by the lessons they have taught me. And so, I embrace each day with a sense of gratitude and purpose, knowing that I am stronger, wiser, and more resilient than I ever thought possible. For I have learned that even in the darkest of times, there is always light to be found, and that true healing begins when we have the courage to confront our pain and embrace our journey with open hearts and open minds.